welcome to the Hobby Homestead. I feel a lot better today. Not back to normal, but better than what I was. So it's a nice day out. It's a beautiful day out. It's nice and warm. So I'm going to get some stuff done today. I'm going to do the chicken chores. And then I think I'm going to start planting the greenhouse, which is my favorite time of year. So here we go. Whew, it's hot in here. I'm actually curious to see how hot it actually is. 27 degrees Celsius in here, or 80 Fahrenheit. That's impressive. I think I'm gonna actually have to turn on the fan in here because it's really hot. So cool. I'm happy with that. I guess it is time to plant. I hate it when that happens. Sometimes these bags just like self-open. By the way, if you're a gardener and you do not have one of these totes, you need to get one of these totes. They're super handy just for containing things. If you're weeding, they come in different sizes, by the way. You don't have to get one this big. But if you're weeding, you can collect your weeds in there, and then you can just pinch it and carry it like that. You know, you're transferring soil into trays. That's what it's handy for. You have a plant that's not doing so well and it needs to sit in some water. You can fill this up with water. I highly recommend these things. They make gardening so much easier. And yeah, so you can get them at like Lee Valley. You know, there's off-brand ones that don't last so long. This is quite an old one. I've never had any issues with it, so I highly recommend. Anyways, let's start getting some soil in these trays. There's literally no easy way to do this. It's gonna be messy no matter how you do it. So I just kind of lean the tray over this so that if I do spill, it doesn't just go on the ground. And it seems like a bit of a tedious task, but this is kind of the part that I don't like. And if you're wondering why I'm waiting till now to start my seeds, first of all, it's because I was sick. And I would have liked to have started these seeds last week. Second of all, the temperature here can surprise you. So we've been here, this is gonna be our third summer now. So for the last 2 summers, we have been totally surprised by the last frost date. So last year, the last frost date was June 8th. And if you've been watching our videos for a while, you know that I lost all the plants that I put in the ground. And so I replanted. That was before June 8th. And then there was another frost and I lost everything again. The year before that, the last frost date was June 15th. And it sounds silly because it's not like we're up north like in northern Ontario or anything like that. And on those days that the frost happened, it was actually quite warm like what it is now during the day. But all it takes is even just a couple hours of temperatures like that and you lose everything. And after the heartbreak I had last year in the garden, I'm not taking any chances. So the problem is that if I start seeds too early, they get too big to stay in the greenhouse. And then the greenhouse gets too hot. And then plants start struggling. And so I'm kind of glad I waited till now, because by the time the plants are ready to be transplanted into the garden, it should actually be the right time and we should be past those frost dates. When the frost hits, it doesn't affect anything in the greenhouse, but it decimates everything that's actually in the garden. So that's why I do it this way. Where I used to live, which was a different climate, or a different climate zone, I should say, I would start stuff the middle of April, the beginning of April. I had a little greenhouse room thing in the house, and so you know, and it worked out. But the climate zone was different there than what it is here. It's a little bit more rugged out here, to say the least. So there we go. We got one tray done. It actually took a lot quicker than what I thought it would. these trays heaping so that when I water them, the water will make the soil settle a little bit. The trays won't end up half full. There we go. Okay, I am going to shut the camera off for a bit here and get some of these done. It's a little hot for my camera to stay going in this temperature, so I'm gonna put it in the shade and give it a bit of a break. So we'll see you back here, and I'll have probably all this filled with soil. So here we go. It's so hot in here, I just had to step outside and get some air. I think we're gonna have to put the shade cloth on, but I'm gonna have to wait for Dave to come home to help me with that, but we're halfway there. Okay, so I got all the trays filled that I want to at this point. I do have some more trays and I probably will add some more in a few days, but this is what I'm starting with. And it's hot as heck in here. I'm gonna take a little break because I'm still sick and I still feel like crap. And I'm gonna cool off inside and then I'm gonna come back out and start planting these, so which is like absolutely my most favorite part of spring. So I've done the part that I hate, which is tediously filling the trays with soil, and then now comes the good part. So anyways, we'll check back here in a few minutes. So here I thought, because I noticed this hole that's here at the edge of the fence in the ground, and I was like, oh no, I hope like nothing's been trying to get in there. And anyways, I guess it's Harold's dust bath hole. And he loves it, and that's fine as long as nothing was trying to eat my roosters, so. Dave's building a birdhouse. What kind of birds are you building that house for, Dave?
I don't know.
I think it's a little small for chickens.
Really? I thought it was perfect size. You just ruined my idea now.
Are you gonna paint it?
I hadn't decided what I was going to do with it yet. I don't know whether to paint it or stain it or...
Huh. He also built me the other half of the porch planter that's going to go right there, because I have one right there. But I gotta dig that plant up first.
That actually kind of looks neat.
Okay, so obviously it's the next day. I wasn't feeling too good yesterday. I ended up laying down. Still not feeling that good, but I think I feel better today than I did yesterday. So as you just seen, we just got the shade cloth on, which helps a lot. I just checked the temperature and it's already dropped about 8 degrees in here compared to what it was without it. So it does make a difference, but the shade cloth does let the sun still come through. It's just not so burny. Anyways, it is that time, my favorite time, seed planting time. So the way I do it, and you know, everybody just does it differently, is I go to the dollar store and I get popsicle sticks and I write specifically and exactly what it is I'm growing. Generally, I can identify the plants as they get a little bit bigger. But the ones, like the plants where it's like different types of tomatoes or different types of cucumbers where you can't really tell as they grow, that's where these come in handy. I'll even use these in the garden, although they're not 100% reliable because, you know, if it rains too much, they end up kind of wiping off and you can't really read them anymore. But this is what I use, this is what I like, so that's how I'm going to do it. So I think I'm going to plant things like tomatoes into these bigger pots rather than the little seedling trays, just to give them a little extra chance to grow as big as they can. And I don't know what I'm going to plant in like the little seedling trays, but oh, every year I try something new. I'm going to try that this year. So the first one I'm going to plant is the beefsteak tomato. I'm going to use a pen to poke my holes in the soil. I'm not going to label every single pot because that would be redundant. I know this tray is a beefsteak tomato and I'm going to go with that. As long as nobody moves these trays, we're good. Another thing I do, which sounds totally silly, but I've not done this and paid for it. I brought out a little thing of Scotch tape. I'm going to tape these closed so that when I'm storing the seeds, they don't fall out. Trust me, sometimes I'm lazy and I don't do this, and I really regret it because I just end up dumping the whole bag and I don't know what seed is which. So, and then if I just want back in there, I just pull the tape off. So. I wrote vine because it's indeterminate because I really want to grow these tomatoes on my trellis, so I just want to make sure that I plant them in the right spot. There we go. A little frog friend has joined us. I thought it was a snake actually. I heard movement in here. So I'm showing. Hi, Mr. Toad. So I had to add another table here because I have a plant problem. These trays were all jammed up in there, and I just kind of want to give them breathing room and stuff, so I'm going to add this table and kind of space everything out and hope for the best. I hope I have enough room for everything, because I still got all the pots over here too, and I've still got more pots that I haven't even filled with soil yet. So anyways, let's do this. You know how everybody tries new things each year, like different things to grow? This is kind of my new thing this year, this lemon cucumber. Never grown anything like it before. I hope it turns out pretty cool. Seems to be like a vine, so I think I'm gonna grow it, or try to grow it up the trellis. It looks pretty tasty. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. So I am planting a lot of sunflowers this year, mainly because I really like sunflowers and I never really have any luck with them. And also for, you know, just for what's going on over in the Ukraine and stuff. Long ago, the First Nations people and Ukrainian immigrants actually used to trade between each other and live amongst each other, and we're friends, and so there's a lot of things that our cultures share. But in these 3 trays, I planted the really big sunflowers, so it'd be kind of neat to actually grow them around the porch. We'll see. Like I said, I never have any luck. Okay. Moving on, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more trays left. We're near the end. So I have 1, 2, 3 trays left that I haven't planted. I have a really strange feeling that I'm forgetting something important. so I'm gonna leave those 3 trays unplanted for a couple of days to think about it, because I kind of feel like there's stuff that I should be planting in there and I'm just not thinking about it right now. So I'm gonna leave the 3, but everything else is planted, and I'm gonna give everything a good watering here and leave it for the day. But before I water everything, I will show you everything that I've planted here. So here we go. I got red lettuce, yellow beans. These are red and yellow sunflowers. These are the colored sunflowers. Lemon Queen sunflower, Swiss chard, the scarlet runner pole bean, the red bush bean. I got pickling cucumbers, lemon cucumber. These 3 are the really big sunflowers. There's butter crunch lettuce, baby leaf lettuce, hybrid cucumbers, hot peppers, Olympian cucumbers, German tomatoes, yellow peppers, green peppers, gold queen tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes, sweetie tomatoes, which are the vines, and those are the green tomatoes. Cool. Like I said, I'm going to leave it for now because I have a feeling I'm forgetting something. So I'm going to think about it. And if I plant anything else, I will show you guys. But now I'm going to water everything and watch it all grow. I love this part. I love watching seedlings grow and stuff. This is like my ultimate favorite part. Especially when it's not even bug season yet. So anyways, here we go. I'm going to water it. There we go. I hope you enjoyed my planting video, and this is just the start, so there'll probably be some more planting videos in the future, but this is the start of the greenhouse. And if you have any questions, comment down below and I can maybe try and help you out. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Please like this video if you did actually like it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.